Hello guys, welcome. I am Samantha the Introvert and today I want to give you my personal recap on episode 3 of PitBabe series 2. Let's get into it. So this episode starts off with seeing Charlie undergoing an experiment. But from what I'm seeing, the experiment has something to do with the brain. But does experimenting on the brain have anything to do with the ability? Anyways, Pete was there, and that's when he got a call saying that Babe got in an accident, and Pete orders the experiment to stop and wants to wake Charlie. But Chris is, on the other hand, do not like that idea and want Pete to let the experiment keep going. Pete basically let Chris know that he's the one paying for everything and the people that are in the lab, so he gets to say a lot. After Charlie woke up, he and Pete rushed to the hospital where they saw everyone and they told him that Babe got into a car accident and suffered a broken arm, but they don't know who caused the accident. Jeff then revealed that he saw this will happen because he got a vision about it. He then said he never saw who attacked Babe either. All he knows is that whoever did drive the other car had used only one hand, but then revealed that whoever he was in the vision, he also actually feel the pain of that person he got the vision of. Now, when Jeff said all those things, Alan was very puzzled and angry because when Jeff said these things, Jeff said he has been having vision for a while and never told Alan about it. And Jeff responded to it like it was nothing, like it wasn't a big deal. When Pete hears this, he knows that Jeff's ability is evolving, but how it has been evolving will maybe put harm to Jeff, so they need to work fast on their experiments. In the hospital room, Charlie went to see Babe and expresses how he felt so sorry that he was not with Babe to protect him. Then at the garage, Jeff finding ways to get Alan's attention because Alan refuses to talk to him. Jeff pretty much lied to Alan for a year. Even though Alan refuses to talk to Jeff, he still cares for Jeff. Alan then told Jeff that he is very upset with Jeff because he lied and he feels Jeff do not understand the meaning of their relationship. And I am so on Alan's side on this one. But if Alan turns out to be the mole and the one working for Tony, I will leave you as fast as Flash. Jeff runs out of ideas and decided that he wants to make peace with Alan, so he went to talk to Charlie on giving him advice on what to do. Jeff then asked Charlie on what he normally do when Babe is upset with Charlie. Then Charlie said his method may not work for Jeff. Charlie said whenever Babe is upset or he is upset, they would just have sex, which surprises Jeff, but since Jeff is desperate, he said he'll do it. Okay, after their brotherly conversation, and now Jeff is being tested in the lab, they concluded that if Jeff continues to have these vision of these victims or whoever is having vision of, he will continue feeling the pain. But the worst part is if that person dies in the vision or whatever, then Jeff would also die too. This is something Jeff did not want to hear, but I am glad that we found out before it's too late. But they are so far from achieving this experiment, so when will you think that they will just finish with the drug? Because they need it now. Meanwhile, Tony revealed that not only that he has a mole in the X-Hunter, but also he's doing his own little lab thing. Tony then excuses the other man to talk to Winner alone about something that I don't even know, but he's got a master plan that Winner is involved in. Now, even if Tony asks Winner to shadow this man or not, I don't care. The fact that the man with few words got a lot to say in this episode shocks me. Then we see Willie showing up in Babe's hospital room. The big question is, how does he know that Babe was in the hospital? Plus, we can all see how uncomfortable Babe is around Willie. It's very strange that Willie always knows when to show up when Charlie's not around, but it's also strange that he knows where to find Babe. I'm trying to look back to wonder if Charlie was ever like Willie. Like, was he this possessive? Also, Willie just keeps bothering Babe with the picture that he took with him, asking if Charlie knows about them and if he knows about this picture. But poor Willie, they both don't know that Charlie already know of the picture. Remember, Willie is an alpha, but his ability got the viewers and me wondering. Some says that he's a time traveler, some others say speedster, like the Flash, but I feel like there's something else. Luckily, Charlie came just in time before Willie tried anything smutty with Babe. But Charlie held his composure when facing Willie because you can tell Charlie wants to fight Willie. This is off topic, but I saw all over Twitter that people seeing Pavel real height, and I personally think it's because of the camera angle, but at least we seen the full side by side. Anyways, Charlie expresses how he feels like one day he will lose Babe to Willie because he feels if his ability is gone, then he may serve no purpose in the relationship. Bear in mind, it was Charlie's ability that got him closer to Babe. But when they spent time together, it grew to love, and Babe told Charlie that without this ability, he would still love Charlie. Then Pete went home and saw Kenta, and Kenta told Pete about what he's been through, how he got out of jail, and importantly, that Tony's alive. We then see Tony at his own black market lab. Only difference is he's not selling. Tony is using all these alpha to make his own little potion for himself. Yes, you heard that right. Meanwhile, Pete is at the lab trying to get rid of the ability of everyone else trying to be normal. Tony is using ability for himself, but he needs to actually gain the perfect experiment. But so far, no luck. My question is, how long has he been doing this? Then we see Pete inviting everyone to see Kenta. Now, even though it was not this plan, Kenta warns them about Tony and told them that he feels that Tony has something to do with Babe's accident, then said that he plans to go far away from everything and live like a good and calm life. They all think that Kenta is lying to them, but Pete is vouching for Kenta, saying that Kenta will never lie. Pete also said that Kenta is risking his own life too, because now that Kenta is far from Tony, he's not safe, just like they are not safe. Yeah, I have nothing to say about this except the fact that the bathroom looks very nice. Dean saw Jeff and Alan still not on good terms, so Dean offers Jeff a solution to get closer to Alan by using work. The work part only got to Alan, but everything else, nah, he doesn't need this. Jeff, you don't get it. Alan put love and trust in the relationship, and you lied and kept a big secret from him for maybe a year. And now Alan, he feels that he's the only one who's serious in the relationship. Then we see Pete talking to Kenta and asking Kenta why he decided to help them. Kenta said he's tired and that he's helping them because he's the one that causes these problems and he wants to be on good terms. Pete said by Kenta helping, Tony will come after Kenta, so Pete said that he needs to also find a way to keep Kenta safe. All the time I watch this scene and I see that Dean is feeding Jeff meat. And I'm like, what's up with that move, Dean? You want to replace Alan or something? Anyways, Jeff is trying to remember his vision on who the person that caused Babe an accident. But all he can see is that a one-handed driver. But we, the viewers, can clearly see it's Willie. But Babe seems to have known it's Willie too, but since he has no proof, he can't say. One thing that will never change is that Babe always very confident and he never gives up. Meanwhile, Pete went to Kim for help, helping to keep Kenta safe until things cool down. It's funny how the very person Kenta tries to kill is the very person that is begging for help. But seeing that Kim is planning to leave to go back to Korea, Pete is using this opportunity to let Kenta lay low because Tony will never think to look to Kim's way for Kenta. One thing I can say is Chris is very dedicated into this experiment. Pete, on the other hand, seems to be slowly wanting to be closer to Chris. Other from Chris being looking like way, I do not understand why Pete is trying so much. At this point, I am not sure if Sonic likes Nard, but we do know that Nard likes Sonic. It could be a one-sided love. They were in the middle of a racing competition, and out of nowhere, Charlie just had an accident, but because of the race, they can't stop. They have to continue. Babe ended up winning the race and went to go check on Charlie. But when Charlie got out the car, we were shocked to know one thing. Charlie told Babe that his sense is gone. Okay, guys, that is the end of my personal recap on episode 3 of PitBabe Series 2. Stay tuned for episode 3.